Okay, so today on our unit Planet Earth, we're learning about topic 2, which is rocks and the rock cycle. Today we'll focus on rocks and types of rocks. So there's three rock families. So basically scientists, geologists, they've grouped rocks into three major families or types based on how they form. So the three we're going to talk about are igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. And usually each of these can be identified by their appearance. So we'll start by talking about igneous rock first. So this type of rock forms when hot magma or lava cools and solidifies. All right, so magma, that's the melted rock that is found below Earth's crust, okay, where the temperatures and the pressures are extremely high. So geologists will then further classify igneous rock based on whether it was formed above or below Earth's surface. So here we have Earth's surface, and we have two types of rock. There's intrusive rock. So intrusive rock, this is the type of igneous rock that's formed when magma cools and solidifies below Earth's crust. So for example, granite, it's formed very deep, very slowly in Earth's crust. And then extrusive rock, it's a type of igneous rock that's formed when lava cools and solidifies above Earth's crust. Okay, so magma versus lava. Magma is below Earth's crust. Lava is when magma breaks through Earth's crust, like in a volcanic eruption. An example of extrusive rock would be obsidian. It forms when lava cools rapidly, so that's a type of extrusive rock. Okay, it's solidifying above Earth's crust. So I do have a video here on what are igneous rocks, so I'll pause here. The next type of rock is sedimentary rock. This makes up about 75% of all the rock we see on Earth's surface. It is made from sediment. That's why it's called sedimentary rock. What is sediment? Sediment is the loose material like bits of rock, minerals, and plant and animal remains. These sediments, they become closely packed in layers and then cemented together. We can also see layers of sedimentary rock. That's called stratification. That's the arrangement of sedimentary rock in visible layers, all right, which we can see in this gorge. And then if rocks break away from this gorge here, from this like rock face, it'll also have layers. And those layers provide evidence of how sedimentary rock forms. These are some examples. Shale, also known as mudstone, it's sedimentary rock. It's formed from fine grains of clay or mud. This is sandstone. It's a harder, rougher rock. It's formed from larger granules of sand. It's usually made of quartz. This is conglomerate. It's rounded pebbles and small stones that are cemented together to form this type of rock called conglomerate. So that's stratification, which we just talked about briefly. Most often stratification, that layering, it happens in lakes and oceans. So the larger, heavier fragments, they will settle first and they'll end up near the bottom. Then wind, ice, gravity, it'll move sediment to a place where it will settle. The sediment will slowly settle on top of other sediment and that will start forming layers. Each layer of sediment gets squeezed together by the weight of other sediment as well as the water on top of it. Compaction is a key term here. It's the process by which sedimentary rock is formed from sediment through the weight and pressure of water and other sediment. That's called compaction. Then we have another process called cementation. In this process, in some rocks, minerals dissolve as the water soaks into the rock, forming a natural cement that sticks the larger pieces of cement together. The appearance of a sedimentary rock can reveal what type of sediment formed it. Here in this rock, it's a sedimentary rock. we can see layers of sediment, and in this one, they were formed by both compaction and cementation. Organic sedimentary rock, limestone is one of the most common and useful sedimentary rocks. It can include fossils, which are the remains of plants and animals. Ocean animals like mussels and snails, they make their shells mainly from this mineral called calcite. When these animals die, their shells accumulate on the ocean floor, and that's where most sedimentary rock is born. All right, so here this diagram is just showing compaction. That was by the weight of water and pressure, and then cementation was forming that natural cement-like substance. So here I have a video, so we'll pause here. So the last type of rock we're going to talk about today is metamorphic rock. So once a rock is formed, it can change its form. And that's what metamorphic rock means. It means changed form. So this type of rock is made when high pressure and heat act on another type of rock and then changes it into a new form. So the parent rock, that's another key term there, that's the original rock that was acted on by high pressure and heat to then form a metamorphic rock. So metamorphic rock may be formed below Earth's surface where there is extremely high pressure and heat, which will cause the parent rock to change form. And the type of rock that forms depends on the amount of pressure that's applied. So for example, shale, it undergoes several changes as pressure and temperature increases over time. So shale can become slate and then another type called schist. Granite can be changed to form another rock called gneiss. Igneous granite can lie in large bodies deep below Earth's surface. Then the pressure of heavy overlying rock squeezes the mineral grains of granite to form gneiss. So here we can see the granite and then what it looks like, and then there's the gneiss, and that's pressure. It's the one condition that causes metamorphic rocks to form. So here, when pressure is applied to granite, we can see how it changes then to gneiss. It is a long and slow process. So gneiss, slate, schist, marble, they are all examples of metamorphic rocks. So metamorphic rocks, they can change so completely that it doesn't look anymore like the parent rock. There's enough common characteristics though, so geologists are able to know that the two are related. An example is limestone and marble. They look different, but they both have a hardness value of 3. They're both made of the mineral calcite. Both limestone and marble, they react with dilute hydrochloric acid. So those are some characteristics. So here we can see how metamorphic rocks, they look different from the parent rock. So here we have sedimentary shale, that's the parent rock, and then under heat and pressure it's changed to slate. But again, they do have common characteristics. This is the parent rock limestone, sedimentary limestone, and it has then changed to marble. So I'll pause here and put on this video. So igneous rocks, they often have small crystals of minerals visible, and those minerals appear to be interlocking. When we look at sedimentary rocks, they're sometimes made of small particles that have been compacted or cemented together. And then the metamorphic rocks, they're created under a great deal of heat and pressure, and it causes them to have like thin, flat layers that are easily visible. All right, so lastly, I'm just going to pause here